Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I'm going to tell you about a technique or more a drill that you should make a habit of it after an aggressive encounter with anyone that can save your life. But before we do that, if you're interested in survival courses or training in Belgium, I got my survival courses on the website in the link in the description. Also my book called Bloody Crosses, it's a detective story, it's in Dutch, so if you're interested, take a look. Alright, so after every violent encounter or physical assault, there is a certain drill that you should need to do, in my opinion. And the thing is, if you experience a violent encounter with anyone, whether it's even if it's a punch or a stabbing or with a weapon, the drill is that you should do is check for bleedings because of the adrenaline or the heat of the situation, you don't always know that you are bleeding. So what they do in the army is as a quick check to see if you are having bleeding. This can be something that you can do very quickly in one motion almost. Go with your hands, go up, down to the legs, to the side of the legs, to the side of your body, go through your arms, through your back, and see if there is blood on your hands. The reason why you should do this is if you got somewhere bleeding and you did this quickly check around your body, you will know you have bleeding. The reason why I'm telling you this is because lately I've been watching a movie, an old-time movie, and there is a trope that was always seemed to struck me in a way. And the trope was if somebody in an old-time movie got shot or they heard a shot, their first reaction was to do like this to check if they were shot. And I've been looking into this one more, and it is a technique that they use in the army to do a quick search. So these people that were acting in this movie, they had probably a military background because of World War II or something, and it's something that was common knowledge to check if you were shot. And the reason why they only do this in the old times movie was because to check if you were hit in a vital area, because that is the most important thing. And another reason is I've been watching some security footage from assaults on streets, in shops, robberies or whatever, and there is something that you will notice as a pattern. A lot of people that has been in a fight or been robbed and they have a wound, the first reaction is to get out of the situation, and because they want to go as far as possible, they forget that they perhaps have a bleeding, and they start to bleed out, and they will lose consciousness, and they will die and bleed out and die. Even people who have been stabbed, shot, they often, you see them bleeding, but they don't notice it yet. You see them walking around while blood is spurting out of them, and they don't seem to notice because they're too much focused on their attacker, a way out, or people to help them instead of realizing that they have a bleeding. So I would say even if you are only in a fist fight with somebody, you don't know if they are fighting dirty. For example, you should always do this when there is a gunshot or when there is a visible knife being drawn. But like in many prison movies, you don't always see it. You sometimes I have now two weapons in my hand, and you almost not see it. So if somebody punches you, you will think, oh, he only punched me, and because of the adrenaline or the heat of the situation, you will not realize you were stabbed by even something small like this. This could be a knife that has been hidden in the wrist, a quick stab in a major artery, or even an improvised weapon as a screwdriver that you almost not see. You will think, no, they have punched you in the stomach, and you think, why do you punch me in the stomach? And you don't realize that you are bleeding. So that's something very dangerous that you need to make a habit of, to always check. And it's not only you, but if somebody else has been in a physical assault, always check them too. Try to pat them around and see if there is a bleeding. And if you located the source of the bleeding, try to find out, even by looking at your hands, you can see if it's more dark blood or more light red blood. Because if it's light red blood, that usually means that there is an artery bleeding. So that is more urgent than dark blood, which is more like artery bleeding. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then you can use, if you have them on hand, your tourniquet or your Israeli bandages, and you can you can observe the situation more quickly, because if you got a major bleeding from an artery, every second counts. So yeah, this was just a small tip to do. I hope you learned something from this. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and see you in the next video. Cheers!